Hey, what up, Dominican Round News? So this episode, we're gonna talk about this interview is gonna be for my friend here. He spent a couple of years in prison. I want you to hear his story and why he ended up in prison and how you should avoid it in the Dominican Republic. So, what is your name? ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
José Luis.
José Luis. So what brought you to prison? ¿Qué te llevó a la prisión?
I had a domestic violence problem with my wife.
So what happened? Can you describe? ¿Puedes describirme lo que fue que pasó?
We had a fight. That became a habit. She filed a complaint, then time passed. Time passed, and then the police stopped me. They reviewed my file and saw the complaint, and that's where my judicial process began. That took me to Najayo, one of the main prisons in the Dominican Republic.
So, before you got to prison, to Najayo, were you taken to like a police department? Antes de que te llevaran a la prisión de Najayo, ¿tú estabas un departamento de la policía?
Sí.
Yes, a police station. Here it is called quartel. We are all together, the one who is for homicide and the one who is for rape. Everyone in a small cell. Maximum for 20 people, and they fit 70 and 80 people.
So 80 people in one cell, 80 personas en una celda?
Yes, and only 20 or 25
So
fit.
the prison is supposed to be for 20 or 25 and it's full with 80 people. So la prisión está hecha ahí, esa cárcelcita, para 20 o 25 personas.
Y le meten 80.
Yes, and he puts
80
80
gente.
people in it.
For how long you stay there? ¿Qué tiempo tú duraste ahí en esa cárcel?
1 month.
Un mes.
1 month. So then they took you to the big one. Después te llevaron para la grande.
Sí.
Yes, for the main prison.
So what's the process when you first get into the prison? So how does that work? Cuando tú entras a la prisión, explícame el proceso desde el principio. Cuando tú llegas, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo te ubican?
When you arrive, they send you to an area called observation. Where are all the new ones? That's where they classify you depending on the case. If your family has money, they will take you to another area with better conditions. If you are a nobody, they send you to the general population.
So you're saying that people with money, they have another treatment? So tú me dices que la gente que tiene dinero tiene otro trato en la
Otra
cárcel.
comodidad.
Like, for example, por ejemplo, dime la diferencia entre un pobre y un rico. ¿Cómo viven?
The poor ones. The difference, the poor ones know, sorry. The rich ones know where they are going. They give you a bed, as it should be. As it is in all prisons. This your bed, you're going to sleep there. These are your sheets, you mattress. The poor are taken to an area. The poor are taken to an area where the prison is designed for cells of 50 inmates, and 100 and 200 inmates live there. Not everyone has beds. Many sleep on the floor. Those who do not have an economic position sleep the floor on a cardboard. That's how it is.
And how many people are there in one cell? ¿Cuántas personas hay en una celda en Najayo?
From 100 to 120 inmates.
100, 120. O sea, 100 a 120 personas.
Sí.
And how many people are supposed to be in that cell? ¿Cuántas personas se supone que deberían estar en esa celda?
Maximum 40 or 50. It depends on the number of beds. If it is 50 beds, then there are 50 people. But there are also many who sleep. It is on the floor where most of the inmates sleep.
Okay. How many times a day did you eat? Does the prison provide you with food? ¿Cuántas veces al día te comen? ¿La prisión te da comida? Explícame ese proceso.
At 7 in the morning, they wake us all up for the count. After the count comes the cleaning. They send the water. You take a bath. Then at 8:30 in the morning, they open the doors for breakfast. Oatmeal or a chocolate. It depends on what is available. Whoever eats that food is because he has no other option. He has no more resources.
So, in the morning, what's the breakfast? En la mañana, ¿cuál es el desayuno?
Oatmeal without milk, rice pudding or chocolate, things like that.
Okay. For lunch, para el almuerzo, ¿cuál es la comida?
The prison food is herring locrio, Toyota, eggplant and things like that. The worst of the worst, if you don't have financial resources you can eat something else. That prison food can make you sick. That food has no type of quality. Zero quality.
What about dinner? Y la cena?
Dinner is served at 4 in the afternoon. They give you cassava with egg. The egg that people eat is white and yellow, but the prison egg is so bad that the color is white and green, a total atrocity. The color is green, just think about it.
So at 4, they give you dinner at 4, and then so you have to hold it until next day. Te dan la cena a las 4 y no comen ya hasta el otro día.
He who does not have money or his family does not send him anything will not eat until the next day. Sometimes some people have food or cook, but in prison he does nothing for free. You must be very careful.
So if you have a mental illness, are you sent to like a psychiatric department in prison, or you're just sent to the general population? Si tú tienes una enfermedad mental, un loco, ¿lo mandan por lugar especial o lo mandan directamente con donde está todo el mundo?
That person is sent to the general population along with everyone else.
Okay. So, tú me puedes decir como una historia de la dentro de la prisión, algo psicópata que haya pasado. Can you tell me like something that happened in prison, any kind of story that you think is crazy?
Once, since we didn't have a bed to sleep on, one afternoon in the dining room there were some cement benches. Normally, people like me who didn't have a bed are called frogs. We sleep wherever. At one point we were sleeping and an argument broke out between two inmates. One of the inmates grabbed a knife and stabbed the other several times, leading to his death.
And that happened in front of everybody? Eso pasó delante de todo el mundo?
That happened in front of everyone. The police officers did not open the door, and the person who was injured was asking for help, and then they left him to die.
Okay. And have you like been witness of any other example? Rapists and people like that, are they with you there? Los violadores y esa gente están con ustedes ahí?
We are all together. That kind of person always offers you food and things like that. They tell you, come on, this boy is my friend. They offer you water and everything you want. But at night that has its price. Nothing is free in prison. Absolutely nothing.
So if you get to prison and people are offering you like certain stuff, and then you have to pay that at night. So tú llegas a la prisión, la gente te ofrecen cosas, pero tú tienes que pagar eso en la noche. ¿Hay alguna historia de eso que tú recuerdes?
Claro.
Go ahead, tell me about it.
You know that dinner is served early. Dinner is served at 4 in the afternoon, which means that at 8 at night you are hungry, especially those who do not have money. So since there are many inmates who are homosexuals and bisexuals, they offer you a very nice meal. So if you accept that food, you innocently eat it. But then at night while you are sleeping, they approach you in bed, start touching you and putting their hands on you, in your body. If you're not a person with strong character, you can fall into that trap.
In prison, in that prison, did you know any Americans? ¿Habían americanos en esa prisión? ¿Tú conociste algún americano?
Yeah, but most Americans are sent to maximum security.
So Americans are sent to another area. So los americanos lo mandan para otra
área, sí.
But is that only the Americans or all the foreigners? ¿Eso nada más los americanos o todos los que son extranjeros?
That area is not just for Americans. That area is for anyone who has money.
So all the Americans that were in that prison, do they have money? Los americanos que tú viste en ellos tienen dinero?
Yes, the majority of Americans have money because they are imprisoned for drug trafficking, money laundering, and those big crimes.
And how many years you spent in prison? ¿Cuántos años tú duraste en la prisión?
1 year and 4 months.
Okay, all right. Y are you planning to go back? ¿Tú planeas volver a la prisión?
I am never going back.
How old are you? ¿Qué edad tú tienes?
26.
How many kids do you have? ¿Cuántos hijos tú tienes?
One.
Y you are with the same girl that actually got you in prison. ¿Tú ahora mismo sigues con la misma mujer con la que tú caíste en la prisión?
Sí.
And how is that relationship now? ¿Cómo está esa relación ahora?
All is good for the moment.
Right? So, any advice that you want to give to people? ¿Algún consejo que tú le quieras dar a la gente?
Control your nerves in difficult situations. Control your emotions. Sometimes you do things impulsively and then regret it. Be careful with the decisions you make. A bad C decision can change the rest of your life. Be careful.
Right. So, guys, this is a brief story of a prison inmate. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much. I'll see you next week, man.